you want to speak in English, the three tips that I'm going to share with you today that will help you learn the spoken English better and faster. Hello everyone, this is Sudhir. We are going to talk about the three techniques actually boost your English journey. As a spoken English student, in the beginning of my journey, I was going through a lot of stuff, like spoken English courses, spoken English sessions, talking to my friends in English, talking to my teachers in English. I hope you people are going through as well, isn't it? I was putting all the hard work that's required for the spoken English. But do you know the sad part? I was doing all the things right. I felt it that way. But after quite some time, it's not some time, it's quite a long time, I realized that I am not improving. I didn't know the reason, but I wasn't improving. So I didn't have any option left in my hand. So I went to my teacher and asked him, "Sir, where is the flaw in the process that I am going through?" And he simply asked me one question. "Sudipta, are you listening enough?" I was quite baffled by the question because I couldn't understand what actually means. And out of ignorance, I just counter questioned him. "Why is that, sir? What is the connection between listening and the speaking? Both are two different things." He just simply smiled and went away that day. And I came back home, and for the next 5 to 6 months, I just invested myself in listening. I listened a lot of things. I listened YouTube videos, I listened Netflix, I listened to a lot of podcasts, I listened to a lot of Hollywood movies and Hollywood TV series. Whatever I had during those time, I listened to all of them. And do you know what? After 5-6 months, magic happened. Seriously. I didn't feel it that way. It will work, but it would. Yes. And simply everything was so perfect. It was falling into the pieces which I was wanting to, isn't it? And I was able to speak in English very fluently. And I went to my teacher and I thanked him personally for the tip that he has given me. That day I realized listening is the most important quality to learn spoken English. Yes, because without listening, you cannot be able to learn the spoken English faster, isn't it? So I hope you people are listening as well. If you're not, start listening today. This listening will make you go through the process faster, and it will complete your whole spoken English journey in shorter version of your time, because it will complete the 90 to 95% of your job if you go through the listening process well. So talking about the techniques, during those 5-6 months of my time, I discovered several techniques regarding go through this process, because otherwise this listening process I would take to complete this process within 2 years, 1.5 to 2 years, because by using these techniques I complete this process within 5 to 6 months. And one point to be noted, I'm a slow learner, so it might take you 3 to 4 months to complete this process. The first tip that I'm going to share with you is the focus on the words and the context, what speakers are saying. Yes, focus on the each and every word and the context, what speakers are saying. By focusing on the words and the context, you'll be able to use that word in different contexts. Because in English, there are a lot of words you will find that the words are same but the context is different, and speakers are using those words in different contexts. So when you are focusing on the words and context, you'll be able to use that word in different contexts. Let me give you an example. In English, you will get the word get. That is a commonplace word, isn't it? So you can use, or you can search that word get on Google, how to use that word get in different context or different usage, or you can say the phrasal verbs of word get. So you will get around 20-25 different situations the word get can be used. But what I'm trying to say, that by getting to know the word get, you'll be able to use that word in different situations rather than knowing 25 different words to describe 25 different situations. So it will be easier for you to know one word and use that word in different conditions or situations when the situation demands. For another reason, I have told you to focus on the words and context. It's because there are a lot of other external factors that we had to face, or we have to face when we watch audios or videos every day, isn't it? Like romance, emotions, horror, suspense, all those things are come as a package when we had to watch the movies or videos or we listen audios, isn't it? So we had to separate those parts to learn the spoken English. You need to focus on the spoken English only rather than get carried away by the external factors. So I'm going to make you understand this simple fact by sharing one simple story. One of my friend, he's very much interested to learn spoken English. So what he used to do, he used to watch English movie every day, and his favorite uh, English movie was suspense movies. Okay, so he used to watch suspense movies for that. And when he started learning that movie, he was totally focused on learning spoken English. But after 5 minutes or 10 minutes passed by, he just totally carried away by the suspense of the movie, because it's a movie of having suspense nature, isn't it? So after finishing of the movie, when I asked him what did you learn about spoken English, he just said, "Yeah, I totally forgot to learn the spoken English because I don't know what is the reason." Because I knew the reason. He was totally carried away by the fact of suspense, isn't it? So there are a lot of there are a lot of external factors that we had to go through while watching the video or audio, isn't it? So rather than getting carried away by the external factors, we need to focus on the words and context what the speakers are saying. Because by focusing on the words and context, we'll be able to learn the word and the use of the words. The second tip that I'm going to share with you is that listening by your eyes. Yes, you heard me right. Listening by your eyes. Because listening to your ears is commonplace, it's natural. Everybody does it. But listening by your eyes, that you need to do while learning spoken English. In English, there are two kinds of communication. One is explicit communication and another one is implicit communication. Explicit communication, that I'm talking to you, that's explicit communication, or I'm writing something, that's explicit communication. But implicit communication, when we do, without uttering a single word, we try to express, we try to communicate. By shaking our hands, by shrugging our shoulders, by making various facial expressions, we try to communicate sometimes. Suppose you were trying to see off your best buddy into a railway station or airport, you were just doing this, isn't it? By doing this, you are trying to mean something. You are trying to bye-bye or say bye-bye to your friend, and your friend understood it, but you didn't say a single word, isn't it? So that's called implicit communication. Implicit communication and explicit communication makes the whole communication complete. What I'm trying to say, when you are watching any video, you have to be focused not only on the words and the context, you have to be focused on the expression, what they are saying. Because when you are focusing on the words, expression and the context, when the situation demands or the context arises, the expression and the words will come to you naturally. You don't need to be searching enough. Okay, that's what I'm trying to mean. You might be asking, so all the two tips that you have shared with me already, that we do it naturally or do it subconsciously. Yeah, everybody does it subconsciously. Everybody focus on the word subconsciously. Everybody focus on the context subconsciously. Everybody focus on the expression subconsciously when we are listening or while we are watching videos, isn't it? So that's very much natural. What I want you to do, I want you to be mentally present while you are watching video, while you are listening to podcast. I want you to do it consciously and subconsciously as well. Because when you do it consciously and subconsciously, it will make the whole process faster. It will take short period of time, because spoken English is a journey and listening is just one step in that journey. So it's better for you to complete that listening part faster, get into the next step. It's better for you, isn't it? So don't waste your time for doing all the things. Listening is the very important. Go and start listening. Now getting on to the third tip. Third tip is very much interesting. That has helped me to improve my pronunciation to a great extent. I hope it will help your pronunciation as well. Please do let me know in the comment box that has helped you or not. The third tip, that is, mimic the words or sentence what speakers just said. Yes, you heard me right. Mimic the exact word or sentence, especially sentence, not the words, what speakers just said. you're watching any video, suppose you're watching any video, you are following any great speakers. Like I follow Robin Sharma. I love Robin Sharma's speeches. So when I watch his videos, what I used to do, I pause that video for a moment and I try to utter the exact sentence what he has said in that video into the same tone, in the same speech and same pronunciation. And by using those things, by trying to do that regularly, twice, thrice, 20 times, 30 times, my exact word or exact sentence actually helped me better my pronunciation. So what I'm trying to say you is that while you are watching any video, try to pause that video for a moment, and what you have just listened or what you have just learned from the speakers, try to say the exact same sentence in the same tone, in the same pitch. What speakers have just said, you need to say those words. The sentence is fresh in your brain. You don't need to worry about it. You need to just copy it. You just need to mimic the exact sentence in the same fashion what you just listened. By doing that, you'll be able to pronounce better, isn't it? And don't do it for once. Do it for 20, 30 times, the exact sentence. I mean, the rehearsal phase or the training phase, that depends on your how much pronunciation level you are in. That we were going to discuss in the later videos. But do it. Do these 3 tips. Implement those 3 tips. Do let me know what you are feeling regarding these tips and how you are improving. I'll be happy to help you. Okay. And if any problem arises regarding spoken English, I have gone through this struggle period. It took me around 6-7 years of journey of learning spoken English. I am learning, and I hope I can help others as well in the learning process. So, and also, if any friend or relative who are in dire need of learning spoken English, they wanted to learn or they want to learn, just share this video to them as well. They are trying to listen a lot of things. They can use these tips into their listening process. They can help as well, isn't it? So share this video as well, and also just hit the like button. Subscribe to this channel because there are a lot of videos will be coming up in the next videos. We'll upload within a week. And thank you. See you soon. Bye bye.